What's going on, guys? Cam here from Big Gold Belt Media, and today we're going to talk about Descendants, The Rise of Red, premiering Friday, July 12th, only on Disney Plus. And give you guys a little synopsis about this one. Daughters of the Queen of Hearts and Cinderella travel back in time to prevent a coup in Auradon. Two likely heroes or an unlikely team-up come together to solve a problem. This seems like 1 through 3. I'm going to be honest with you here. But let's talk about who wrote this story. The story was written by Dan Frey and Russell Sommer. It was originally a screenplay and directed by Jennifer Feng. It's executively produced by Suze Ann Todd and Gary Marsh, and is starring Kylie Cantrall, Ruby Rose Turner, Malia Baker, Brandy herself, Paloa Montalban, China Ann McClain, Rita Ora, also Dara Renee. That's a star-studded list, ladies and gentlemen, and they pulled it off, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie, coming into not just the review but also watching this film, I had some reserves about it. I definitely did not think it was going to live up to the standards of 1 through 3, because for me, those are the OGs and those are perfection. Okay, you know how people feel about original trilogies in Disney. Let's think about that. So this 4th installment, it was kind of scary. I was like, you know what, I'm not really sure if it's gonna hold weight or if it'll be, just kind of lackluster. It's good. It's a good film. I think a lot of people are going to be, delightfully surprised about this one, that it actually, it holds up. It can honestly be, anywhere in between or even before number 1. My ranking system is going to be completely biased because, of course, I love the original trilogy versions. So we'll get into that a little bit later, but I would say that I had a good time with this film. I would say some of my reserves with it is that the music was not up to par as the originals, right? And of course, if I'm comparing it to the originals, this is going to be a hard competition, but that's what we have to go off of. So that's what I'm going to compare it to. I'm pretty sure in the car rides with my daughters, we know all the songs from Descendants 1 through 3. Now, when I watch this film, I can tell you right now, I probably know one song, to be honest with you. And it is Red, right? It's really, really catchy. And it is featuring Kylie Cantrell and Alex Bonello. And then there's one more that's like an extra bonus version that you'll only see like on YouTube or online. It wasn't really performed in the film, but it is What's My Name, right? Performed by China Ann McClain. But this is a new version called Red, of course. What's My Name, Red, by Kylie Cantrell. And all the other songs in the movie kind of just went over my head, to be honest with you. And for this to be a musical, everything was supposed to stand out. Now, we know there's new composers. This does not have the exact same musical composers or writers as the original Descendants 1 through 3. And I would say it shows. Bring those people back. Now, I'm not saying these people are doing a bad job, but they didn't give us a continuation of what we were expecting from after number 3, and all those hits that it was giving us. But that honestly could make sense because, of course, they want to bring in fresh faces, because this is supposed to be not really Descendants 4, but this is Descendants Rise of Red, right? It's something completely different. So I think a lot of people, as well as myself, when you go into this film, you need to compare it to nothing. Compare it to nothing, because it is not supposed to be compared to anything. It's supposed to be on its own and kind of in its own little box. Of course, it is a part of a bigger world and universe and franchise, but on its own, it's going to sound different. It's going to look different. It's not going to be the original Descendants 1 through 3. That cast is done. They're not going to do any more else except for China and McClain, as far as we know. So let's move on. Let's enjoy this cast, because honestly, these actors and actresses do such an amazing job, man. And you got to really just give them their credit and their shine for all the hard work and determination that they put into to bring you guys this new installment in the Descendants world. honestly, I would, I got to give my hats off. I was able to interview a few of them actually earlier this week, and the review's out right now. If you check it out for Malia Baker and Kylie Cantrall, and then also there's another interview with Ruby Rose Turner, um, excuse me, and Dar Renee as well. And they're such amazing and talented people that I'm excited for them to get this chance to be a part of this world, and hopefully it grow into something huge. Speaking of growing into something huge, that made me think about, we've been in this world and it's been 5 years since our last installment of Descendants. And now that they're, trickling the story into, was it Wonderland? Yeah, Wonderland is where they're trickling the story into now. The story is primarily in Auradon, so it's like, oh man, there's still more we get to see. There's other places we haven't explored. Like let's think about Mount Olympus, right? We have seen nothing but Hades from the Hercules story. We still have Hercules, we still have Maeve, Phil. There's still other things that they can talk about, and there's so many more characters in our everyday bedtime story, rigmarole that we've had for our whole life is from Disney, that we can continue to bring more content like this. That's what excites me the most, to be honest with you. And I just think that a lot of people are going to be really, really surprised when they see this film. So let me think. So what is my favorite part about this film, to be honest with you? My favorite part about this film is that they made this film, that they decided to jump out on a limb and create something different and give us something different than what we already knew for the newer generation. I have children in totally different phases of their life right now. I've got one at 13, one at 7, and another one at 18 months. So for me, they'll all be able to grow up with their own version of the Descendants. Excuse me. Which is exciting for me as a parent and also as a fan. But yeah, I honestly think that, a lot of people are going to really, really like this film and this new version. But don't let me be the judge, guys. Make sure you leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you can be the first one to know about new content that we drop on a week-to-week basis, because we want to hear from you guys and know what you think of Descendants, The Rise of Red, premiering July 12th, only on Disney Plus. Check us out at biggoldbellmedia.com for new content and more reviews. But until next time, peace.